Welcome to Blue Mounds State Park. We're going to take a quick campground tour here and see what kind of amenities this campground or the state park has. It is also on the Military Ridge Bike Trail, so we'll take a look at that as well. Alright, let's take a look at the map here for Blue Mounds State Park. Important note is you can see coming up along here, along the edge of Blue Mounds and along the edge of the park, is Military Ridge State Trail. It's a bike, hike, snowmobile trail off to Dodgeville, all the way off to Fitchburg. So it is a long trail and it covers many miles. There is a additional bike trail within the park. You have campgrounds out on the bike hike campground out on the edge of the park. Lots of other bike trails within the park. So this is definitely a bike friendly park. Great place to come if you like to bike. There are plenty of other walking trails out here. And we have the campground, which we'll be checking out, and we'll take a look at some of this other stuff today. Alright, we're entering the campground now. We have our recycling center and things over on the side and the dump station. And right away, we got a cute little site here, number one. It actually is a pull-through with an upper pad. Alright, here's number two. I don't even see the sign for that one. It is a very wooded campground. These are not huge sites. They have the upper pad there. You barely have room to park your car here on number 5. And now we're going to go a split. We're going to go to sites. Let's do 6 through 11 and take a look at these bike hike-in sites. So site 6 over here. Got some bigger sites over there. Let's see, site 7 over here. It's reserved. Let's see, 8. And these are electric right here, right now. 9, 10. These all have electric. That is a big rig tucked into 11 with their tow vehicle. Now, if I find a place to park, we'll go take a look at those. We'll be right back. Alright, so site 6. It's level up there from that area. Down here is a little slopey, but it's right next to the playground over there. So you got a lot of room for equipment there, car up here, and even tents if you want to add it there. That's site 6. So if you do want to use the walk-in, hike-in, bike-in sites, you pretty much want to truly be hiking or biking in. There is no parking down here for it. You can park, unload, and then you have to move your car all the way up by the dumpsters. They do have a courtesy cart to help you haul in for sites 1 through 12 if you're not actually coming in on your own. So we're going to hike down and see what those sites are like. It's a little bit of a hike down. They're not exactly near the rest of the campground. So as you're coming down here, there is this little prairie area along the edge of the camping areas. Alright, I am at the Bike-In, Hike-In Campground, and this truly is. This is meant for access from the Military Ridge Trail down off that way. We'll take a look at that in a minute. But let's walk through the campground here. Right off, Site 101, 102, both have some shade. 103, and these are not meant to be much more than what you can hike in with. I'm not sure where you're going to get your wood from for a fire ring if you go that way. 104 is a more prairie, not so wooded, not so shady. There's a little shade in the morning, but not much. We have our bike racks. Oh, let's go take a look at 105. That one seems a little more isolated. Alright, if you want the isolation site, I think we're heading towards it here. Yeah. Of course, this is more deep woods, which also implies a little more bugs. And I'm definitely feeling the bugs in here a little more. But it definitely gets you the shade. Now that site backs up to the bathrooms. You've also got water access here, which you'll need out here. Bike racks over there. And there's this nice little shelter with a fire ring. So if you're here with some other bikers and you each have your own campsite, you can share some resources and take shelter if you need to. Just a little further down, it's 106. It's got some good shade there, not deep in the woods. 107 is out on the prairie side. A little bit of shade over by the fire ring in the morning. 108 over here. Well, that might answer one of my questions, or maybe someone's just been generous. There's a little firewood hiding in this shelter. So if you're out here and the storms open up, you do have a place to hide. 109 and 110 sort of working together over here. At 112, there is a little level spot up there. Most of it's kind of slopey. And then 111 back here. And that is the hike-in, bike-in sites along this prairie out here. Let's go take a look at the trail coming into all this. As I'm walking down the hill here, just a little side note. The showers are way up in the campground, so if you're staying out here at the walk-in, hike-in sites, you're gonna have to bike up to the shelters or to the showers. But after you shower, it's all downhill coast to the campsites. So if you shower in the evening, go back to your campsite, it should still be nice and fresh. Now this is a steep hill going down. All right, I'm down on the trail. There's the path up to the campground. As you're coming down the trail, you'll find the sign tells you Blue Mounds State Park. All sites right now are registered online, so you're gonna pre-register anyway. So before you even go up there, you can register for a site, or you can go up there and register when you come here. But you might want to pre-register just so you know what site you have. So trail off that way, heading to, I forgot where it ends down there, I mentioned it before, and that will take you all the way, we're in Blue Mounds now, past Mount Horeb, through Verona to Fitchburg, and someday you'll be able to follow that trail, connect up with the Capital City Trail, which will connect you up with the Lower Yahara River Trail, and you could camp at the next campground down at Kaganza. Someday. Not there yet this year, but that's coming. I'm gonna hike back up. I gotta go all the way to the showers because that was the nearest place I could find a parking spot for the van. And then I'm gonna take you on the rest of the tour of the campground. This is a lot further up than I remembered. It is a little bit of a hike down to that campground from the parking area and up to the showers. There's a cross trail coming across here Hookerville Trail. As I'm hiking back, find it interesting as I walk past the entrance to the bike hike area. That's the campsites around it are pretty much the sites meant for the biggest rigs. So the most extreme, or you have room to carry all your bikes, camp here, and then ride down there and take advantage of that trail for the day. So I think that's the thinking there. You come out here, park yourself down, and then go enjoy that Military Ridge bike trail. Now there are also some smaller electric sites. This is 12 here. We'll get a good look at that. I'll still be taking the tour around, but this isn't as big as some of the ones down there. But it'll still hold a fifth wheel and probably have room for your tow vehicle next to it. 13 over here. These are also across from the vault toilet. This one tucks back in quite a bit over there. So there's quite a bit of length here. Let's go get to the vehicle. Right. There's a little bit of parking here at the shower building. Not a whole lot. There's two spots on the other side too. Let's try this again. Okay, down there to the left is the entrance. To the right is the section with the hike-in, bike-in sites, as well as some spaces, electric sites for big RVs. And then we come up, we got 12, 13, which are electric. And then over here, we have a trail system. Pool trail, eye shine trail, picnic area, all off these trails. Now there is no parking out here if you are not in your campsite. There are no overflow parking spots. Alright, over here on my left I have 15 and 16 that are non-electric, which are a shared site. So you have to book 2 sites for a large group. 17 up the hill there. 18 ahead on my right. 19 on my right. Packing up. 20 over here with little pads off in the back, and not that a lot of room for vehicles. A lot of these are pretty tight, but some people do get creative with their trailers. 23 over here has sort of an upper area and a tiny little parking spot up front. And another pad for a tent with a connecting loop to the next site. I actually have a camp post here. So 24 connects to 23 through a little trail. And 26. Alright, now we're going to follow the loop through 40 through 78. Is fairly deep over there. Nothing on my left. This one is very small, 41. Barely get your car in there and you tent up on the pad. 42. A little more room, but not a lot. 43, barely enough room to park your car. 44, you can probably get your pop-up and or something else in your car in there. 45, getting a little bigger. 46 on the left, 47 on the right. 48 over here. We've got a separate sections over there. We have the vault toilet over here, and 49. Again, not a lot of room for anything but just a car almost. A lot of these, not much more than room for a tent. This one's got some more room, so you can probably bring a small trailer. So this is all pad, and then step down to the picnic table and the fire ring. Okay, over on 52E, which is somehow back into electric, they have backed the trailer all the way up, put it perpendicular to the world. And they still have a ton of room down here, but they got very creative with that site. Okay, continue on. 53, 54, 55, 56, and I'm going to come back around on a loop and end up over there. Okay, we have 57, which is electric. Kind of all over the place with these electrics. So we got some grouping back here of electric sites, and they are a little deeper. Electric in 58 too. So once you get into electric, you got a little more room to play. 60's non-electric, and it does seem pretty tight. 61 is electric with a pull through. 62, which is adjacent to a series of trails, as well as 63. So if you want to get out on the trails, these are convenient spots. 64 and 65. There's 64. It goes way back in there. There's a tent pad way up there. 66 is fairly deep. 67 seems to have a lot of depth to it. 68 snakes way back up there. It isn't very level though. Oh, there they are. We got a trail here off to the bathrooms. 69, 70. Not a lot of room there with the tent pad. 71. 72, 73, 73 seems to go back quite a ways. 74, you managed to squeeze a pop-up over there, and where that's electric. 75 on my right is fairly deep without electric. 76 is electric. 77 over there. Oh, sorry. And we're back around that loop. 78, which is electric. And let's go back out to the next loop. Alright, back here on the next loop. Now they do have plenty of signage because the hiking trails kind of go through the campground too. So there's plenty of signs and maps. Over here I have a little cabin at 27E. I assume that's a handicap one, as well as the handicap spot here over at 28, right next to the shower building. Now there's only a handicap spot and one spot there, and there's like 4 spots around the corner. 29E is fairly wide, so you can park things next to each other. There's the shower building. And then there's only a few more sites over here that are all electric. So we have 31, 32, 33 on my right, with people in it. 34 over here, 35. They got quite a bit of room on the other side of their camper. Okay, wandering around a little bit here. This is 30. This is a nice size electric site. 36. And plenty of room for a fairly big rig or additional vehicles next to it. This section seems to be able to handle some fairly large equipment. 37E. 38 up here. That's 38, which is electric. Come over here, 39. It's got a big flat. This one's nice and flat. Electric back there. Fire pit off to the side. So these are fairly large easily fit campers in here. 56, oh 36, which I think I showed you closely. 37 and 38 and 39, and that is the full loops. I hope that was useful. Now we'll go see what else this park has to offer. So I'm touring around, taking a look at what's out here. We got a big parking lot down here, and it's there for some trailheads for mountain bikes, which are different than the trails than Military Ridge, which is more of a just simple packed gravel trail. But we also have some additional trails that kind of head up the hill here and off into all sorts of areas. But there's also this Aquatic Center here, which I believe most likely, because it is 2020, is closed. But it looks like they have a nice fun splash pad over here, as well as a more of a, you know, kidney shaped pool hiding over there. There's also Nature Center on the edge over there. So let's go look at some more stuff. Yeah, they haven't even bothered to put in the sun shelters here. There used to be fabric covered structures there and over there to provide some shade at this facility. So that's probably one of the reasons that the campgrounds are a little more empty this year, because this is probably one of the draws to this park. So again, in the future, this is going to be a really nice, or is a really nice little pool. It says 3 foot to 4 feet deep. So it's definitely a family oriented pool with a splash pad beyond, plenty of places just to hang out, sit on the edges there, as well as lots of pool deck, and then the shower facilities over there. And this is right up from the parking area and lots of trails. Well, I was mistaken. I thought this was like a nature center, but it's actually a shelter. Very nice indoor shelter, which means it can't be open this year at all. Friends shelter, a gathering place. And let's take a look at the maps and see what kind of trails are right here. Alright, hope you can see this. So, park entrance, we did the campground loop with the bike camping sites down here, that full loop out there, and we just came up and we're over the swimming pool area here. Now that has access to this bike trail and this bike trail, and we're coming off over that way as well through all those trails. So we're gonna hop back in the van and drive up and check out this area over here and see if the towers, if either of the towers are open. They have kind of designated over here by the Friends shelter is the hiking trailhead, and over on the other side of the parking lot is the mountain bike trailhead. So that one also includes the repair kit, tools for anything you might need to fix your bike. So this, since this is the mountain bike entrance, it clearly shows, we are here, the different kinds of trails. These are the intermediate, these are the more advanced ones. Oh, that was actually a bike trail down there we crossed when we were walking down to the biking area. And then there's a big loop out here that is also an advanced loop. Alright, so apparently they don't have maps in here available, and since there's a gap in the side, somebody made this a nest. It's actually, there's nobody in here now, but there is definitely a spot where an egg was hiding at one time. Well, drove up to the upper area. Big parking lot, lots of room up here, lots of picnic tables, lots of grills. Great place to hang out with a family for the day. Great day use park. All those trails throughout here make it wonderful. I am at the East Tower, Sunrise Tower site. So, as I suspected, you can see back there by the orange fencing, there it is, that is closed off. But let's go take a look at the view through the Vista Cut over there. I think it's still going to be good. And And there's the tower that we can't climb right now. But let's come over here and see what we're going to see. It's a bit of a hazy day today. This goes on forever. I'm going to hike over to the other side of this picnic day use area with the towers. Great to see the design here of this nature center embracing the local Scandinavian heritage. If you're looking for a place to social distance, I'm out here all alone right now. There's nobody here. There's a tower over that way, I believe. I got another scenic overlook I'm going to check out. Well, as far as day use sites go, this is a day use site that is as good as any campsite you'll find here. Got your grill, picnic table, but you've also got these fantastic views. There's another one next to us that doesn't have the view, but it's secluded like a campsite would be. So if you just want to come here and hang out like you were camping, but not really camping. And you've also got all this open field to play in. So lots of room to come and play. You can bring your bikes. There's a big loop out here that kids could be biking on too, especially during the weekday when there's nobody here. There's another one of those day use sites. We got a picnic table and grill and a nice bench to sit here and stare out at the view. Well, I made it over to the west tower, the sunset tower. Well, let's go see what I can find for views, because again, tower's closed. So see what we can find. Well, this view may need a little trimming. That poor bench out there doesn't get to see much past the trees. So I walked to the other end of that parking and play area and field all the way to over the west tower now, and found out, yes, it is closed back there. You can see the snow fencing. And I've checked around here and there is no vista to be seen on the west end of the park this year. You kind of need to have that tower. So, sorry to disappoint you on this end, but this tour wasn't even intended. I didn't even plan this trip. My wandering GPS took me by Mount Horeb today on my way to Wildcat Mountain, where I'll be spending the night. So I decided, hey, if I'm this far along, I might as well make the few mile jaunt over to Mounds State Park and give you guys the tour. So since I did that for you, I'd like you to please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and if there's something I've missed in this park, something that you love, something that I've missed, please comment down below. Tell me why you like this park, if you've been here before, and all of that will help me out and help you see future videos from me of other parks I'm going to visit. So I'm going to start my hike back now all the way to my van, which I can't see from here. Why did I park so far away? I don't know. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.